Hey guys, Sonic Smashbro here with yet another Street Fighter 4 video. If you recall a while back, I did a basic tutorial for Akuma. Now it's time to go over some of his combos. This isn't every possible combo, but some of the more practical ones you can do. And whether they do high damage or not, that's almost negligible. It's important for Akuma to do high damage, yes, but it's also important to know how to do your combos. It's especially important for someone with high execution. High execution requirement, that is. Alright, I'm gonna have to pick this up a little bit because I'm not exactly efficient when I have this thing, like, sitting down normally. Let me see if I can't get that a better view. Adjust this a little bit, and here we go. Alright, bread and butter, you're gonna want to know this always. Crouching light kick, crouching light punch, crouching medium punch, light tatsu, heavy uppercut. That's a bread and butter combo you're going to want to know. If you can punish somebody with a whip DP, it's usually like this. It's very simple and does pretty good damage on its own right. Freaking hell, why do I keep dropping that? I'm doing it like 1 or 2 frames too early, aren't I? There we go. 290 for a punish. Pretty respectable. But if you really want to rack up the damage, you do FADC combos. This is one of the biggest reasons why Akuma players tend to save their meter. Let me see if I can't adjust this so you can get a better view from the corner. Alright, let's try this. If I don't drop it, for crying out loud. That's as basic as it gets. And 379. So effectively, you're adding an extra 80 or so damage, almost 90, 89 to be exact, for 2 bars a meter. That doesn't sound like much, but it adds up quickly when you're doing other combos, notably when you're starting with far stand heavy kick. That's pretty good right there. If you don't want to burn the meter, you preferably just want to go for this. But sometimes you might accidentally get the far stand heavy punch. So you're going to want to go for that, but if you want to reduce the pushback, you do crouching light kick. The reason being, even though both crouching light kick and crouching medium punch are 4 frames, the crouching light kick has less pushback on hit, so you can get the light tatsu easier. As I will demonstrate. There, I'm pretty sure the crouching medium punch would have put me out of range. You could go for crouching light punch there, but light kick has a little bit more range to it. Now, if you really want to be frickin' fancy, and also a little more risky with your combos, you could go for a demon flip reset. I mentioned all the stuff about throws beforehand. Back throw for cross-up jump medium kick, and forward throw for fireball frame traps. But yeah, demon flip reset. This is another rather fancy but also kind of risky Akuma tool. It goes like this, or something like this. Instead of going for the uppercut like I tried to do just there like a dumbass, what you really want to do if you're going for this reset is a crouching light punch. The reason being, they can't choose to not quick rise after a crouching light punch, so you hit confirm that into a demon flip. I need to go for dive kick or a throw, and I drop the uppercut afterward. Damn it. But you get my point. Basically, that's a demon flip reset. You can go for the throw, which is also about as risky, but that's your 150 damage. Or you could try and do a second combo. This is also a really good way to get some stun. Speaking of which, if you manage to stun your opponent, there's only one thing you really should be going for. At all. Unless you've got Ultra 2 queued up. Or Ultra 1 for that matter. If you have Ultra 1 queued up, just cash in the Ultra. Otherwise, you're going to want to go for this. That's all you really need to do after a stun. For poking range, and for a small mini combo in footsies, you want to do crouching medium kick and the heavy fireball. EX fireball is rarely used unless you absolutely need to cause knockdown. Now, one neat little thing, if you get a knockdown, you can set up a meaty red fireball, like that. Just this, so you can get a better view of the corner. Now, another thing you're going to want to know about DP canceling, you can cancel it on even the third hit, as far as heavy DPs go. If you do it on the first hit, the red fireball cancel does 3 hits. The second hit, it does 2 hits, and the third hit, it only does 1 hit, as I will demonstrate. 2 hits just there. Doing it with 1 hit is a lot more difficult, unless you do something like this. Yeah, remember how I said there were certain ways you'd have to combo into medium DP for it to not miss? That's one of those ways, after a standing fierce. Close stand fierce to be specific, because far stand fierce, up until ultra, could not be special cancelled. But the damage in ultra was also reduced on that one from 120 to 90 to compensate, but still, it can be special cancelled now, meaning it's an even better poke than usual. It's already a decent poke, but now it's actually a viable move. Oh man, what else was I going to say? If you need to approach on an enemy's wake up when they're like full screen, one other thing you can do is a demon flip palm. I mean, you just throw out a couple light punches afterward in case they blocked it. If they didn't block it, you can start applying pressure. One little trick for throws: 2 jabs and then walk up throw, or 1 jab walk up throw, 1 short walk up throw, like a light button or 2, and then walk up with a throw. 4 throw to be specific, so you can get that fireball frame trap. Like that. If you're doing EX fireballs for combos, you're almost never going to, but if you manage to pull it off, something like that. You can also do fireball, FADC forward, stand fierce, light tatsu, heavy uppercut, or something like that. You could do EX uppercut if you wanted to, which by the way does ridiculous damage. Yeah. That freaking does more damage than half the shit Akuma can do in general. It's actually one of his most damaging moves. I actually didn't realize it did that much damage. Holy shit. That actually does almost as much damage as Geef's EX spinning pile driver. Now, if you have yourself in the corner, generally you're going to want to teleport out, but if you've got the meter and you think you can pull it off, you want to do crouching light kick, crouching light punch, or no, it's crouching light punch, crouching light kick, EX tatsu into heavy uppercut. Like that. It's not the easiest thing in the world to connect, but you can do it. If you get a focus off, I dropped it. That's as basic as it gets. It doesn't work on characters like Guile or Rufus, because Guile has a weird hitbox, and Rufus's hitbox is very horizontally large. Same can be said about Zangief, so you really just want to go for the standing fierce against characters like that. But against most of the cast, it works. Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li I'm pretty certain it works on, Gen it works on, etc. Most of the cast, basically. Now, if you've got to focus and you have Ultra at the ready, my advice, just cash it in. Now one evil little trick you can do if you score a knockdown, is you can do like Tatsu into sweep. It's a little more difficult to do against some characters compared to others. Notably, it's kind of difficult to get it on Ryu, but a little easier to get it on Seth. But if you score a knockdown, you can dash forward, if you've got full meter. If you think they're going to press buttons, just DP. And you can discourage them from pressing buttons after that. Like this. That actually is 150 instead of 140? I thought it did 140. Oh no, I'm thinking of Ken's DP, sorry. I'm thinking of Ken's heavy uppercut. That did 140. Yet for some reason, medium did 150. What the sense make? But yeah, if you felt like you've discouraged them enough from pressing buttons, you can do the dash demon trick, which is a raw 330. And I did not mean to hick confirm it. Now, worth noting, in Omega, that would have been a combo. Yes, Omega Mode Akuma can combo into his Raging Demon, not into his Ultra though. Like that, you discourage them from pressing buttons, and then you just dash up and demon them. It's a neat little trick, but it's high risk, high reward. So, one last fancy Akuma combo, just for good measure. Let's adjust this back again, because this combo is a little bit difficult to do, and it's not practical at all. I don't recommend doing this, but if you want something fancy, here it is. Ah man, I dropped the important bit. And I dropped the last part of that. Crap. Alright, one more time. Dropped it again. Come on, I can get this done. I've done it before. I can do it again. Let's get a little more distance. That should be enough. Yeah, that last part's a one-frame link. Against characters like Sagat, the heavy fireball gets to them too early. So I think medium fireball could work on them, but I'm not certain right off. Let's try it one more time. Drop it again. Try from here. Ah, I dropped the light kick. Come on, I can do this combo. I've done it before. You're never gonna do this in an actual match, but it looks cool anyway. There you go. Don't know if you saw the whole thing, but there it is. Crouching light kick, crouching light kick, crouching light punch, crouching medium punch. That part's a one-frame link, I believe. Heavy fireball, FADC forward. Far stand heavy kick. Crouching light kick, light tatsu, heavy uppercut, FADC forward, heavy red fireball. That last part you almost never do. In fact, you never do the last part there. You just do the heavy uppercut and that'd be it. But you can add the FADC heavy red fireball if you want to. Now, one thing I find myself doing a lot in desperation mode, essentially, instead of trying to go for ultra sometimes, I just do this. And try to close out the round that way. I've found it works more often than not. But yeah, that's a lot of the more simple combos for Akuma, plus a few fancy ones. When I can actually get a better recording setup for this 3DS, or whatever when I get the new one, I can do more combos, but for now, this is all I'm going to be able to show off. But, till next time, I'm Sonic Smash Bro, and you frickin' know by now.